What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me. Let's get into it. All right, so we're on deadline. Netflix gets in the ring, locking up WWE's Monday Night Raw in 10-year, $5 billion plus deal for a long-time TV staple. All right, so after insisting publicly for years that it was not dead set on pursuing sports rights, Netflix has made a landmark deal for one of linear TV's staples, WWE's Monday Night Raw. Starting in January of 2025, Netflix will now be the exclusive home of Raw in the US, Canada, the UK, and Latin America. Additional territories from Netflix's footprint of more than 190 are to be added over time. USA Network had aired the Raw franchise and launched it in January of 1993. Now, there's a lot of news here. Number one, Raw is leaving starting next year. Raw, as just announced in this article, Raw's leaving USA. It's not going to be on cable television anymore. It's going to be on Netflix. Now, if you have the WWE network, you know that there used to be, I used to have a subscription to the standalone WWE network. It was like $9.99, but they stopped that service, I think, in 2021. And then they cut this mega billion-dollar deal with Peacock. Now, if you look at some of the other articles that have come out this morning, Peacock's deal with WWE is ending in 2026. Now, Raw is going to Netflix, but SmackDown is leaving Fox and it's going to USA. So we've got WWE SmackDown leaving the Fox network, and I believe that's this fall, in the fall of 2024, and they will start airing on the USA Network. In January of 2025, Netflix will start airing Raw. Now, since the deal with Peacock is ending in 2026, it makes me wonder if all the stuff that you can currently get on Peacock right now, like if you go on Peacock and click their WWE icon, you know they got all the WrestleManias, all the SummerSlams, all the Royal Rumbles. They live stream all those events, and they're paying a couple $2 billion for these rights. A lot of this is happening because people were actually surprised that NBC Universal, which is the company that, of course, owns Peacock, did not buy the WWE. For whatever reason, they decided not to go ahead and purchase the WWE outright, and that allowed the WWE to start shopping their programming to other licensees. There was also there were rumors that WWE had started negotiating with Warner Brothers Discovery, and that they were interested in possibly having the WWE programming appear on Max. Which obviously that hadn't happened. It's going to Netflix. But why that's important, because Warner Brothers Discovery already has a deal with AEW Television, Tony Khan's wrestling promotion, but it's not for $5 billion. You know, like I said, this I remember when AEW signed their deal with to air on TNT and TBS. You know, they were talking about, this deal's like $300 million. This is a $300 million a year deal or whatever. And as you can see from these articles, I mean, WWE is just doing it in a higher level. Now, second thing that came out this morning, the TKO Group that owns Endeavor and it owns UFC and the WWE. Okay, so TKO Holdings Group, they were at the New York Stock Exchange this morning. And who did they come to the New York Stock Exchange this morning with? None other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson showed up with Ari Emanuel and some of the other big wigs from TKO, and they announced that The Rock was joining the executive board of directors for the TKO Holding Group. And as you look into that deal, they're giving The Rock $30 million in TKO stock to join the board. And The Rock appeared on ESPN First Take this morning, and he announced that in addition to his compensation, TKO Holdings Group agreed to give him full ownership of the name The Rock. Now, before, The Rock had some kind, him and WWE had made a deal where he could share the name, i.e. The Rock, if The Rock put out certain things, he had that Under Armour brand deal, which he still has that, where he could sell his merchandise through Under Armour, and they could use the Brahma Bull and certain licensing things. So he could do that and not have to actually pay WWE to use it. But now he owns the name The Rock outright. That's why, if you notice, and he talked about this in several interviews, when The Rock first came out, he was in that, the Mummy, Scorpion King movie and all that. And at first he was The Rock, and then he was Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and then he was just Dwayne Johnson. He wanted to phase The Rock out of his movie promos and all that because he didn't own the name outright. But that has changed now. He has full 100% ownership of the name The Rock now. So he announced that on First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Molly Curum this morning. This is huge. I'm actually, like I said, Peacock's deal with WWE ends in 2026. So there is a really good chance, since this is a 10-year deal with Netflix, that everything that we see, all the documentaries and all that are currently on Peacock, are going to end up on Netflix in 2026. So if you had the old WWE network, which I just said I had, and if you remember what happened at that point, they announced, they was like, hey, we're going to stop this service and you need to go over to Peacock. And then they took all that information, all that content off the servers, and it took a couple months, and they uploaded hundreds and thousands of hours of content over at Peacock. So what I suspect is going to happen is all the stuff that you currently see on Peacock is going to end up on Netflix. You don't pay somebody $5 billion if they're not getting the old content, because that's what you want. You want to be able to, WrestleMania, like when this WrestleMania that's coming up in a couple months, this WrestleMania is going to stream on Peacock. I suspect, even though this hasn't been outlined in any of the articles I read, that once Peacock's deal is up in 2026, you'll start seeing all their, what they call them, premium live events. They don't call them pay-per-views anymore, but their premium live events will start airing on Netflix. Like I said, this is a $5 billion 10-year deal. They aren't just going to be like, oh, okay, Peacock gets to keep everything else, but we'll have the content going forward. No, I'm telling you, when Peacock, unless they come up with a couple more $1 billion, when 2026 comes and the contract expires, I suspect all that content, all those documentaries are going to end up on Netflix. All the pay-per-views, the premium live events will end up on Netflix as well. And like I said, congratulations to Dwayne The Rock Johnson for being named to TKO's board of directors. And I know he about to get, like I said, they're giving him $30 million in stock, and they gave him full ownership of his name back. So that's incredible. Congrats to him. Obviously, give me a Facebook, follow me on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on X. I'm on Threads, all at Ikari Press. IkariPress.com will take you to chapter 2 of the brand saga. If you want to check out my comic book, the link, of course, is in the description. I'm out. All right, you guys, so you've heard me mention Southerncom. Bam, there it is right here. So we're actually on the website, Southerncom. And like I said, we got Valentine's Day coming up. Maybe you got an anniversary, but I want to show you how I give it up. This is what it do. Look here. Ignite Massage Candle Island Passion. Boom. So my wife loves candles. So this is something right here. You get this candle, burn and get it smelling real nice in the house. Boom. All right. Now let's run my wife a bath. Boom. Look here. Kama Sutra Luxury Bathing Gel Treasures of the Sea. Boom. You know, you run that bath water. Boom. Get it going. Yeah, man. Go. And then here we go. So we got the candles. We got the bath. Oh, yeah. Kama Sutra Luxury Bathing Gel Mint Tree. Boom. So we got that going. And I got a little kit here. So here we go. The Massage Tranquility Kit. It's got all these different things in here. You can try the different scents, get the massage going real right. Just put a little spice in your life. And if your order is over $100, they will ship it free within the United States. Obviously, they've got a code here. And like I said, they got the code right now is 2024. And there's also a Valentine's Day sale coming up. Southernmuffin.com. Put some spice in your life.